Okay, so today we're going to be reviewing this Joy Pebble portable or countertop dishwasher, whatever you want to call it. The company did send me this for this review, and I gotta admit, I'm a little bit skeptical of this thing. So we're gonna go through and put it all together. This is exactly how it comes out of the box, so I'll be kind of walking you through everything and telling you if it actually works. You can see I have some dirty dishes. We're gonna put them in, see how well it goes through and cleans them. If this works, this thing is gonna be awesome. Like, this is great. You can use this for all sorts of different situations, whether you have a smaller kitchen that doesn't have a dishwasher, or you're out in college and need a dishwasher, all sorts of different things. Now, what I like about this one is that it does come with a water flow, something that you can go through and put the water in to hold it, instead of having to hook it up to a pipe. So you have the option to go through and hook it up to the faucet, or if you wanted, you can go through and fill up this bottom part with water and run it recycled that way. And then you would just drain the water inside of your sink. So there's not a lot of setup when it comes to this thing. Like I said, this is exactly how it comes out of the box. This is where you go through and put the water in. I'll show you how to install that. And then you can see in here, this opens up, and we have some things that we got to go through and put together, but I'm going to be walking you through all of that right now in this video and running a full cycle and letting you know my full thoughts on this. Okay, so you can see here, this was everything that was inside of this, the washing machine right here. You have a pitcher to go through and fill up the water tank. You do have the outflow water, so this is what you're going to plug into the back here and put it into your sink so that when water flows through the cycles, it can go out this way. And then this is the inflow water hose. Like I said, this is optional. If you wanted to hook it up and you have a good hookup for your hose, you can go, or for your faucet, you can go through and hook it up to the back. That way you don't need to go through and fill up the water tank. But for me, I'm going to be using the water tank option. I imagine a lot of people will be using that option as well. And then this just helps you connect it to the water tank. So let's go through and get this thing set up. Oh, I do before want to call out, I'm impressed with how much room is inside of this thing. So you can see it can hold quite a bit, and you have this inside of here which can come out if you wanted it to, if you needed more room. So this can go through and wash pots and pans, small dishes, big bowls, small bowls, whatever you're looking to do. Obviously, it's not going to do as much as a normal dishwasher, but really impressed with the room inside of here. So in order to get this thing set up with the water tank option, the first thing we're gonna do is grab this little pipe thing right here and stick it on to the back on this part. Stick it in just like this. And then from there, what we can do is lift this up onto the machine itself. I think it goes this way. Yeah, so this is gonna go just like that. I'm gonna put this in the back so you can see what the connection looks like here. You can see that just goes in right there. Before you get to this part, you might want to take off the tape on the back here. That's what I should have done before. You can see there's just like blue tape. Once you have it lifted on here, you just want to take this little pipe right here, and then there's this little tiny hole. Go through and connect it on. Make sure that's on there nice and well. It slips in pretty good. That way you don't have it obviously leaking here in the back. And next we're going to go through and put in this drain pipe connector. So we're going to grab this end right here and just put this on the back in this part. Make sure you unclamp that and get it nice and tight once again. Inside of there. There we go. And of course, next you want to go through and put the drain pipe in one of your drains so it doesn't spill water everywhere, obviously. And what's cool is it does have this little suction cup, so you can go through and put this on the edge of your sink so that it doesn't move around while water's coming through the pipe. So you can see we have the dishwasher here on the countertop. Next, make sure it's plugged in, and then we want to open up this front part right here, and we're gonna start filling up water with the pitcher. And what's gonna happen is after we fill up the water, we're gonna get an icon like this when it is all the way full, letting us know it's time to start running the dishwasher. It does say you want this water to be cold to warm temperature. You don't want it to be hot water. So just a heads up there. We're just putting some cold water in here. I'll let you know roughly how many pictures it takes to fill it up. Okay, so after about 5 of these pictures right here, you can see we now have this little light indicating that it's time to run the cycle. So now we can go through and load this thing up. You can see I'm putting this thing to the test. We've got some pretty dirty dishes here, and I'm gonna go through and put more, but we're gonna go through and fill this thing up, and then I'll show you the modes that you can go through and do. Okay, and you can see this can hold quite a bit. I have a couple bowls in here, a cup and a plate, and I have plenty of room to add more. This is all we're gonna be putting in here right now. You have the spoons and forks up here. You can go through and shut this if you wanted to have the forks and spoons facing up, but we're just gonna keep it down, put that in here. If you wanted to add detergent, there's 2 different ways you can do that, either with the washing powder or the washing tablet. So you have those 2 different options there. we're gonna go through and shut this. So from this point, you can actually go through and start the machine. And I was like clicking this at first and I was like, why isn't it turning on? You do wanna kind of give this a little bit of a long press. So hold it down and then it will turn on. Something to keep in mind there. From this point, you can go through and start or pause the cycles, or there's a lot of other things that you can do. Namely, you can go through and change the mode. So you can see you have an intensive mode, a rapid mode, a glass mode, a fruit mode, and an eco mode, or just the normal mode. You can see it shows the times for each of these cycles. So if you wanted the intense, you have 2 hours, rapid 35 minutes, glass hour 30, fruit 18 minutes, and then we have the eco here, 2 hours and 25, and then you have just normal. So we're gonna be running a normal cycle. You of course have the start button over here. This is another time button. So if you wanted to go through and set a timer on this, you can do that. We're gonna just turn this off. And then finally you have a lock button here and the preserve button right here. So we're just gonna go through and keep it on the normal cycle. We're gonna go through and press start here. And you can hear it's starting. So this is the beginning. I'm gonna kind of walk, turning this on random times throughout the cycle. We'll watch it through the entire hour. It's of course gonna go through and drain into our sink here. But I'm excited to see how this thing goes through and washes these dishes and dries them as well. Okay, and in case you're wondering about the detergent, here is the recommended pieces or grams for each one of those. So it's nice for each cycle that it's giving you. You can see it's going through and spraying water now. As far as the noise, I would say this is pretty comparable to just a normal dishwasher. So the noise isn't bad at all, just exactly what you would expect from a normal dishwasher. You see it's going through and washing it. It's kind of cool that you can see these cycles running through here. We're 3 minutes in, so we'll come back here soon as well. I also should have read this a little bit more too, because it's nice. It has this little diagram of showing you where everything can kind of go inside of one of these. I never really know with dishwashers, but you can see here's, you can put glasses, dessert bowls, serving bowls. It's kind of helpful to know that. So you can see it's going through and draining the water right there. That's what this looks like. It kind of just drains it randomly, it seems like, throughout the cycle. So. Okay, and after the hour, it looks like it comes onto this little fan thing. I'm not sure if you're supposed to open it up or wait for this fan to go. We're gonna wait maybe 5 or 10 minutes and see if it turns off by itself. If not, you can just open this basically right after the cycle. I'm assuming you can open it up after the cycle, but it's good to have the fan there to maybe take some of the water off. So we'll let it run for a minute. Okay, so it's probably been like 5-7 minutes or so. And what I found out is what you can do is you can open this up and you can see the fan is still going, and then you can go through and close it and the fan will keep going. So I think the fan just goes on for a while after the cycle, but obviously you can go through and open this up whenever you want to. So we're gonna go through and open this up. I'm sure if we left the fan running, it would dry these off even more. But you can see it did a really good job cleaning these dishes. That is 100% clean. Those are just like scratch marks on the dish. You saw how dirty it was before. Let's see this one that had all the sauce on it. Wow. Okay, I am very impressed with the quality of this. This spoon was really dirty. It's clean. So this works just as well as a normal dishwasher right here. Very impressed with that. The only cons of this is that you do have to go through and fill up the water, but if you did hook up the hose, if you had a place where you can hook it up, then you wouldn't even have to worry about that, but it's really not that big of a deal. And as far as the look of this thing, I think it looks really nice as far as like a dishwasher goes, but I am very impressed at how well that cleaned that through the cycle. So this definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Would certainly recommend it after running the cycle. Yeah, great little portable dishwasher. So if you are looking to get one of these, check out the link down below. It is an affiliate link. It does help support the channel if you go and purchase through there at no extra cost to you. Of course, you can get this on Amazon. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you found value in this video, and we'll see you in the next one.